Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions versus their rookie quarterback and the Washington Redskins.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Washington Redskins. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Ford Field. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. We see Matthew Stafford, the one-time Georgia Bulldog, set to pilot the offense of the Detroit Lions.
When I think of Matthew Stafford in Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before a back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And right away, he lost the football.
Matthew Stafford sacked.
Able to fall on it.
Lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is...
Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Redskins scoop it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here are the Redskins now in excellent field position to start things out. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisioned something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
On the ground, Geis, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Darius Geis, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Back out is Matthew Stafford and the Lions offense. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a short gain down to about the 33. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
33-yard line.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side, Swift. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Redskins scoop it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
make some decisions here. That's his second fumble here in the first quarter. And what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him? Or are you going to have to make a change and maybe go to someone else?
As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And out across midfield down to the 45. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try and get it with Geis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Going to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past him.
And it is now 21-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On second down, Swift. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
21-0 our score after 1.
Score Redskins 21, Lions nothing.
They'll try and run here with Swift. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
48-yard line.
Stafford on first down. Completing it here to Marvin. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
First and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll find Jones again, complete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's Swift. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
Marvin Jones there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The the Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
As this unit comes back out there, let's focus. Already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
It's a gain of
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds his rookie target from Memphis, Antonio Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down, Redskins.
Into the 9. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Their mobile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright when he's been upright. Now the ball comes loose, and the Redskins scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Coming out with a jump. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Just bowling over tacklers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Again, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start in the Northeast, an NFC East battle, and a good one between Philadelphia and New York. And it's the Eagles who are out in front.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So here are the Redskins now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is Latimer, complete. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
35-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Slings this deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And this Redskins offense continues to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A gain of 6 there on first.
Kenny Golladay.
2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's got his man, Dickinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are in for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
the touchdown out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
The ball carrier.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Redskin 1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. This is Geis. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Field, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time. Carolina did that against Denver. They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they're through the end,
it's a foot race. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. And this offense continues to pour it on. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Stafford complete to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard.
Again, it's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Into the Redskins. How did they do? He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack. Put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now we have one play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Flush to his right. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Redskins.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. But some...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Matthew Stafford set. A fumble on the play.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, a nice spin. And he works free. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. In Washington as they come onto the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. On first down, it's Gibson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
The tackle made at the...
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. It's Geis on the counter. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's Geis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. On 1st down, this is Geis. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to pour it on. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Lions 14.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. This complete to Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run good for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, and he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Matthew Stafford sacked. A fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
To throw is Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Ray Swift. It's a pickup of 6.
4 yards remain for second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing again is Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. To the air again, Stafford. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
19 yards. First down, Washington.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. That one caught by Gibson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From about the 12. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this